Alright, so the first thing that you're going to want to do in any situation is get everything ready. So right now I have my hamburger meat. It's actually sirloin because it's got the lowest fat content. I'm dieting right now. I actually try not to eat beef. I've got my 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of milk. I've got breadcrumbs, which I need to measure out in a moment. Half an onion, or I'm sorry, 1/4 of an onion, half a bell pepper, and my 2 garlic cloves. There's a little bit of this that I did not cut off. I've got everything already measured for the most part. I've got everything washed, so yeah, pretty much I'm just going to chop. No, I'm not a professional, so I do not know how to chop specifically. Please do not comment making fun of me for that. I just kind of do whatever ends up working. Onions are pretty easy. If the garlic would not get in the way, it would be even easier. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut it really small because my daughter is a pain in the neck and she hates onions, so I've got to hide them. Then you got your bell pepper, which is a lot easier than onions because there's not all those layers like Shrek. He's got layers. Anyways, so yeah, just like I said, cut it up. I think this is how you're supposed to do it. It feels so weird to me to try to do that. I guess it takes practice. So maybe I should start practicing, right? You're supposed to keep your fingers curled under too. I remember seeing that somewhere. Yeah, I'm just doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna put these into my little bowl that I have to the side. So bad at this. First time, please. Once again. Okay, so this is garlic. I've got 2 cloves of it. With garlic, you're actually supposed to smash it like that. Smash. And then chop it up. It helps to make it easier to chop, and then it also releases some of the flavor, I guess. Not a professional, don't take that as the gospel truth, but it does make it easier to chop for obvious reasons. Okay, so there's 1 clove, and then I'm gonna half up the other one and smash. Oops. Smash. Oh, I'm tearing up because of the onions and the garlic. For those of you that don't know, if you've got issues tearing up with onions and garlic, just put a matchstick in your mouth. It's supposed to help. I do not have a matchstick in my mouth for obvious reasons. Ouch, I'm talking now. This is why you're supposed to keep your fingers curled under. I just kind of cut mine. That's not blood, that's just a piece of leftover bell pepper, I promise. If you do bleed, try not to put it in your food. Okay, so I've got that. And I'm going to put that to the side. Wash my hands real quick. Let's see, so I've got the actual recipe pulled up in front of me in case if I do have any questions or I'm not sure what to do next. So if you hear any silence from me, just be glad. Okay, so I've got my meat here. Once again, I've got these, and I'm supposed to add my vegetables, the milk, both eggs. Here, I think it might be easier if this is turned this way. 1, 2. My boyfriend's gonna be so mad because he hates when I put eggs down the drain. Well, I'm putting them in a cup, so I guess I'm safe. I'm gonna rinse my hands off again for salmonella. I do not want that. And I've got to find my measuring cup. 4 3/4. oh, I'm sorry, that's 2/3, and I have a 1/3 measuring cup. So for those of you that have not taken basic math yet, I'm just going to get 2 of the 1/3 measurements. Pop it right in there. 1, 2, and then I do a dash of my pepper. That's a dash. A dash of my salt, which I actually use pre-crowned sea salt. And, oh, sage. I don't remember seeing sage. This is why. Okay, so sage. I had forgotten that sage was part of it. This is why you're supposed to get all of your ingredients together beforehand. So a dash, which is about a pinch of sage. And then, let's see, a teaspoon of, oh, I did not, I chose not to keep the red pepper in it because my family doesn't do very well with red pepper. This is the cayenne that I'm adding right now. I know it's pretty much the same. A dash of that, and then I'm pretty sure that the chili powder was part of it, wasn't it? Just kidding. Ignore chili powder. There is no chili powder in this. Okay, so pretty much what you do now is you just mix it all together. Breaking up some pieces that I didn't cut too well earlier. So it's probably easier if you very finely chop everything. I'm pretty not good at chopping. I normally make my boyfriend do it, and he doesn't know I'm doing this vlog yet because he would give me weird looks and probably refuse to participate. I'm just cutting out the middleman there and waiting until I see what happens. Ugh, this is really mushy. Okay, so this is very, very mushy. Is this supposed to be this mushy? I'm not quite comfortable with how mushy it is, simply because I've made meatloaf before. This is my first time trying this exact recipe. So since I'm not quite comfortable with how mushy it is, if you can hear me over my water, I'm sorry. I'm not comfortable with how mushy it is. So I'm going to add a little bit more breadcrumbs. I'm just going to eyeball it. That's about maybe an 1/8 of a cup. Ew, meat. Ugh. And I'm going to get some actual bread and break up a few slices of that. Mainly because it's probably close to going bad anyways. Just trying to use up everything I have so I'm not wasteful. I'm using the heel because it's a really good dry spot of the bread that will soak up a good amount. So I am adding to the recipe for the sole purpose of making it so it feels right for me, which of course you guys can do as well. I guess my intro was a little misleading, but there we go. So with the breadcrumbs added and the torn up pieces of bread, it actually feels a little more like the meatloaf that I'm used to making. It's a little more solid instead of feeling like liquid brains. I've got, well, solid brains. Once again, I've got the heavy part. I'm sorry, the high part. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands. Again. And get my crock pot. I will be right back. Alright, so as you guys can see, I've got it in my slow cooker. I did not set it to low. I actually set it to high instead. And now let's